What's going on, YouTube? Got some new parts in. Got the Rough Country MLC6 multiple light controller. It's a 6-switch setup. We are installing it on our Jeep Wrangler. The reason I went with the Rough Country, honestly, the others seemed overpriced or was too cheap. This one seemed like a solid setup. Can't wait to show you guys how to get it installed, what's included, and who knows, maybe the next video we will install some light bars. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get this thing started. Got everything unboxed here. The first thing that you notice whenever you take it out of the box is the instructions. These aren't just black and white cheapo instructions. They actually come with very informative color instructions. Well done, Rough Country. That's amazing. Rest of the parts here. The switch, 6 switches. Button over here, that's to dim it. So these are lit up. You can shut them on, shut them off, or turn them on. The quality is just, it's good. Well done. This goes under the hood. Just take this cover off. As you can see, 640 amp. Those are actually 30 amp fuses on there. Anyway, you hook up, instead of when you hook up LED lights, you would normally, it comes with the wiring to do so with LED lights, but when you order LED lights, they want you to run them all directly to the battery. By the time you get even just a couple of lights hooked up, you've got wires running everywhere. Well, this takes, just makes everything neater, simplicity, like it's just great. You hook up hot and negative, like all the way down. You got 6 switches. Then with this cable, you hook it up here, like so, and this part, the other end, hooks up to the switch. Hopefully you can see that. Some other things that came with, of course, positive wire, ground wire. Both already have sheathing around it. And then this bag of goodies here, just some crimp fitting, zip ties, some shrink wrap, terminals to go into it, just everything you would need. Thing that's got me worried, and I have yet to read the instructions. Typical male here, I don't normally read instructions. However, I will after seeing these. It's got rivets with it. I don't own a rivet gun yet, and I'm really hoping that I don't have to use these. I went with this kit thinking that I would likely be able to put it in another vehicle if I choose to do so at a later time. We'll see. I really hope that I don't have to use these. That's enough of that. What you see, it's what you get. The first step we're going to do is remove the sun visor. It takes a T20 Torx. 2 bolts. Go ahead and remove it. Now that the visor's removed, we're going to want to take a Phillips head screwdriver and remove the screw right inside this hole here, and that will take this piece off. Should just pop right on off. I'll lose that screw. There we go. And honestly, it's not the kind of screw that you would think it is. It's like an anchor. So you unscrew it, unscrew. It takes a while, and then you gotta kind of pull it out. It doesn't want to just unscrew out like a normal screw. It just pulls straight down. there's another anchor in the frame. And then this microphone, I know you can't see it from there, but there is a clip right here that will undo. Our next step is to pull these down. There should be clips holding it in, and there is. We'll just pop them down until we can get to the footman's loop. Well, that works too. Just take the whole thing off, I guess. And I'll just set that up here. T25 Torx, remove the footman's loop. Now we're going to place this bracket behind the footman's loop, like so. And then I will finger tighten these back into place. I don't want to tighten them all the way up yet because I may have to do some trimming. Hopefully we can get around without having to trim. It would appear for the 2018 that no trimming is required. So now that I know I have a good fit, I'm going to go ahead and pop this back off and tighten the footman's loop. Alright, now it's the tricky part. I have to get this wire to stay up here. That'll work. While putting the plastic panel in between here and here. This is where it becomes a good idea to have a friend. So I noticed after putting all this back together, the two metal brackets that come out, you know, the bracket off of the footman's loop that holds this actually up. You want to kind of give them a little bend up. You don't have to manhandle them, but just give them a slight bend up because the screws that come with this are really, really short, and messing with it and everything, they got a little bent down. So just give them a push back up. Got one more screw to put in, and then we are going to put things back together and start fishing that line back through. Gotta get that screw in first. Now we fished this wire coming from the switch panel through the firewall. We're going to get our pod going. Go ahead and stick the wire through the square hole, and also go ahead and stick the power wire through this hole. Running the wires through here is just going to save you a headache of having to do what I did, take it all back apart. But whenever this is mounted here, there's no room to fish these back up through there. So we're just going to kind of throw them off the side here. Those in place, you want to use a 10mm socket and remove the two fender bolts. That's how it's going to attach. Put the plate on. Tighten up the bolts. Man, that's a good fit. Next, we're going to go ahead and attach male and the female here. Nice click. Want to stay organized with your wires, just like on your PC or Mac. Next, you can see on here it says positive, and this one's ground, means negative. Power's going to go on this one. It is a snug fit. Alright, we've went ahead and tightened up the power and the ground. It is also connected to the battery terminals over there. All we want to do is just make sure we're zip tied up, no loose moving parts. Just snug all the wires, that way they stay in place here. The only thing left for us to do here is we're going to tap into the fuse panel so we can get the illumination going for the switches inside the Jeep. And that, from my understanding, reading the instructions, tapping this wire into that wire, and then over here, this same wire will be tapped into the fuse panel.